Okay guys, hey, welcome back. It's raining and I hope you can understand me well. It's so weird because I've literally haven't put on makeup in like God knows how long because I'm a natural blonde, and ever since I admitted to my natural eyebrow color as well, which is like super light, I was like, yeah, mascara doesn't make sense. Nothing makes sense anymore. And I'm a horse trainer, so I'm pretty much in the sun and the dirt all day long, so makeup is really so inconvenient. And I do model, but I feel like very confident in my natural skin. But I've been a little bit sick and I was in a mood. So I put on some makeup. I mean, it's more lips and eyeshadow than anything else, but anyways, that's not the topic today, but as I said, I hope you can understand me because it's raining. So I was thinking and researching some topics I should talk about because, I mean, it's not hard, but like you kind of run out of topics, so that's your sign to comment what I should talk about next, because sometimes I'm just like, what should I actually talk about? So I came across some questions that people come up with quite a lot, and was like, yeah, I'm just gonna, share my opinion on these questions, but that's obviously my personal advice, so take it with a grain of salt because I'm not a professional in any psychological way, and I'm still young, so what the hell would I know? But so one question people ask a lot is how to avoid the fear of getting judged and how to just pretty much go after what you want. So I feel this whole judgment thing became really big, obviously through social media. I don't know, I would say people back in the dark ages or even in the 40s maybe didn't judge so much, or maybe they did, but it wasn't something that is so easy to do and we're doing it all the time. Like with a picture on Instagram, like people judge you all the time, every time. Can always look up a person and find a picture, photographs, and judge it. So, but taking away this negativity of the whole frame of judging people, it's actually something that nature invented, if you want to say it like that, to make life easier, because judgment isn't always bad. It tells you if you want to be friends with a person, if you want to date this person, if you want to be in a relationship of some sort, and if this person is dangerous, or if you should trust that person. So it gives you signs and clues how to interact with that person, which is a good thing because obviously you can't be friends with anyone, you can't date anyone, it kind of has to match, and a lot of things are so, like, we don't even understand it, because when you see a person, you kind of sense in a first seconds if you actually like them, and it's so subconscious, like the subconscious mind decides that for you, but it is because you're looking for certain things in people you want to align with or in partners, and evolution and biology works like you always want to better yourself in a way. So you're looking, like, if you're like a tiny person, you're probably gonna look for a partner that's a little bit taller than you are, so your kids are more taller because that's kind of not always more advanced, but it can help. And it's just like, an example, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. So that is just normal. So first you have to just understand that we judge all the time. Everyone does that. No one does not do it. And you are also always gonna get judged. Like, these two things are just a statement. Like, you have to accept that. And then if you have a fear, you have to challenge yourself. That's probably very extroverted way of seeing it, but I do believe you can only get over your fear if you face it. I mean, if you never face it, how would you learn to deal with it? Because anything we learned as humans ever since we came on this earth is through experience. Like, we have to experience a thing to know how to judge it, to know how to do it, and to do it in the future again and be able to, you know, compensate and what else. And like, in our mind, we oftentimes inflame situations and fears, we make them bigger than they actually are. So let's say you're having like a little bit of social anxiety, like that won't go away necessarily if you're just always going to be alone, because then you never know if it's actually gone, or worse, because you never challenge yourself. But of course, you might have trigger points laying inside of you that are much deeper than just like this fear. Maybe it has to do with confidence, with self-esteem, with not feeling enough, with always feeling like getting judged, and it maybe was triggered in your childhood, like a lot of things, or just by growing up and like experiencing life. But anyways, you have to face the fear that you're having. And I mean, with getting judged, it's like everything is getting judged. You know, if you do a sport, you're getting judged by your trainers because otherwise they can't tell you how to do it better. Or if you're learning an instrument, someone has to tell you, okay, you played it well, or you missed a certain note, or so much and so on. So you just have to keep that in mind. But I don't know, it's like jumping in the cold water. You just have to do it, and after it's done, it's not even that cold anymore. And I think you're losing the fear of getting judged if you actually feel super comfortable in your body, which has to do a lot of like with confidence, but also self-esteem and feeling worthy in a way. Because I never had the problem of getting judged because I was always very free and extroverted, and I just didn't really care so much. But I would say it was also because I felt good with what I'm doing, and what I did was mostly riding horses. Grew up doing it. Like, I started when I was 6, and I'm not from a family that did it, but that was always like my main focus, and I just loved it so much. So the love was like bigger than any judgment could have ever been. And I feel like you need to find something that gives you that feeling, that confidence, or you need to find out why you're not feeling, you know, very comfortable in yourself, and why you would actually care about judgment of people that don't know you. It's normal, like, it will never go away, and I'm not saying like I don't give a like damn about anything. I mean, I do care, and I'm like, should I put this outfit on or not? But you know, you can just try it and do it and see how you feel, and then challenge yourself. Like, if you really like an outfit, just put it on and just kind of put the button of that says you could eventually get judged, you know? So these are like my advice for you. And then it sounds so simple, but I feel like sport always helps to stimulate all the hormones, and kind of like the overthinking gets less, because running, and this is actually proven, is like evolutional. We ran when we were afraid of something, like we would flee. We were not like horses per se that always flee, and we're not like lions that probably never flee, but we're kind of like in the between. But the meaning is like, if you run, your body thinks like you're getting away from that fear, and that actually gives you a positive feeling. So you don't overthink the situation anymore. So maybe that's something for you, if you like that. So yeah, these are my advice that I can give when it comes to that question. And yeah, most of the time the fear is just, it sounds bigger and it's like irrational than it actually is. And just jump in the cold water, trust me. So Alright, I'm gonna see you in the next video. I'm gonna answer more of those questions, so if you like this one, make sure to check out the other ones. And yeah, that's about it for that video. Bye.